Howdy fam, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, I am Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. You can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. Welcome to the channel. And if you're an OG, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So truth be told, I actually didn't want to make this video either. I feel like I'm starting to say that a lot, which is not great, so I'm going to stop saying that. However, what I mean by that is just that this isn't so easy for me to discuss, and so there will probably be some nervous laughter and just whatever in this video, so bear with. So what I wanted to talk about and address in this video, or whatever, open a discussion about, because honestly I'm trying to work my way through it, is how do we actually process emotions? I don't know about y'all, I know that in my coming through life, that processing emotions is an important factor of like, I was going to say growing up, but it's not necessarily just growing up. It's as we go through life, through the whole of life. And something that I've recently recognized within myself, I guess you could say, is that I don't perhaps have exactly a way to actually process these emotions, or I find myself asking myself, what does it really mean to process one's emotions? And like to have fully really let something go. You know, how do you actually know that you've let something go? And the reason that it was on my mind is because I was thinking about just different things that arise at different times in our life, and how one single thing, be that the taste of a food, be that a specific location, be that particular sight or smell, can trigger a very specific set of feelings and emotions within yourself. And I kind of realized that throughout my life, although I have, yes, felt these emotions, I was thinking today about, well, what does it mean though to actually process them? Or how does one actually sort of healthily know that they've processed emotions around a certain subject? And the reason that I'm bringing this to the forefront is because I had a very kind of a manic day, as I call it, sort of a bipolar day. It was honestly full of highs and lows, which was, how do I even put this? I don't know. I am aware that light and dark basically exists simultaneously all of the time. So in other words, there is good and evil as such, whatever, light, dark, yin, yang, good, bad, all of the time in every second of life, period. I am aware of that fact. Today was such a bizarre living example of that though. Like I literally had, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I heard this more in the last few years. I've heard this, that higher highs, lower lows, and that essentially as you progress again through life or with a skill or whatever, that you experience higher highs, meaning more fun, and like lower lows. So harder, hard times and things like that, that it kind of corresponds evenly. Is that the right word? I don't know. So as we go through life, what you may find that you experience, as I have, and again, today was a spectacular, I don't really have good adequate words for it, but holy cow, it was spectacular example of the bipolarity of that fluctuation that happens. So in other words, as you grow and expand and become a different, I was going to say a different person, and I mean, yes, that's true. Also, though, I was just thinking a bigger person, but that doesn't mean you have to physically grow bigger in size. At any rate, if you're more spiritual, you understand what I mean. I mean more energetically than that. As you grow and increase your energy, and as you age and mature and things as well, what you'll find is that, yeah, as you progress, you meet higher highs. You have a lot more fun times and nice times. And the hard times are a lot harder. And it's like, I'm sure there's a way to explain that in frequencies that is absolutely scientifically fascinating, and I don't know what it is. If you were to look, I'll insert a picture of like wavelengths or something. I'll find one that shows, you know, how wavelengths, or your heart rate monitor even, does the same thing. And essentially what I'm saying is that as you progress through life, you know, let's say the beginning of your life, it's sort of like this. Well, as you get through your life and as you progress spiritually, emotionally, you grow, et cetera, the waveform starts to get bigger. And then let's say by the time you're older, it's like that, which I don't know, to me is a little bit intimidating because I dread those, like, whoop, those dips frighten me a little bit. After today, though, I just wonder where my life is going to go. Well, as I said, I'm not going to go into any specific details. I really had some experiences, though, that were amazingly wonderful, and I was literally crying, like, with gratitude, not sad tears, gratitude tears, and some enlightenments about my own life, and also came smashed up against some of the hardest things from my life making a reappearance, and I was like, oh. And so here I am, because quite honestly, I realized, like I said, that one, I don't really know if I have an adequate way of processing the emotions, or that I even understand in my mind, what does it mean to know that you've like successfully processed through some emotions? For example, let's say something were to trigger you about something from your past and made you sad. Does processing that emotion mean, okay, you acknowledged that you were sad, maybe you had a cry, watched a sad movie, or what, a journal about it, I don't know, whatever your thing was, and then that means you've processed it? Like, I seriously don't know how this works. And so I kind of posed the question to you guys just because I am so curious to hear other people's responses to that. Because for me, you know, what I realized, and it's a bit alarming for me to realize at this age, but I realized that a lot of the time when I used to think that I was processing things, what I was actually doing was just distracting myself for long enough until I would, like, I love my air quotes, until I would forget that the thing or whatever, the words had been said, the thing had been done. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if that was a better coping mechanism or trying to kind of deal with it head on and process through it. So I've had a little cry. I had like a vent to myself. Yeah, and what's really crazy, and I just want to share this because I don't know, again, if it's just me. It was crazy for me to be a witnesser of myself going through this experience, to see how quickly my brain wanted to latch on to all the old patterns and negativity. And what's really crazy about that, guys, is that some of these things that my brain was telling me, like almost literally shouting in my head them at me, I know are fundamentally not even true. And I'm like, why? I found myself sitting there going, why on earth do I find that so much easier, almost so much more alluring to believe than like that I'm a good person? Like, that doesn't even make sense, you know? So I just thought that that was interesting. And maybe some people will think this is a selfish, self-centered blog. I'm just trying to work through my life here. Like I said, a part of this project is for me. It's to document not just my vlogging journey. It's in fact mostly not for that, though it is. It's also to track my own like journey progress. And that was the thing of it. You know, I almost wished in the moment that this situation arose. It really brought me back quick. And I was like, okay, hold on though. We don't want to go back into that energy. Like, we have really come very far from that point. I had to remind myself that like, oh yeah, hang on, time out. Like, I get to choose what I think about myself, and I don't have to believe anyone else. Truthfully, y'all, I don't know why my brain enjoys like creating these things so much, or coming up with these crazy things. It's really wild sometimes to witness. So anyway, I thought it was really strange, and I just wanted to acknowledge myself, or witnessing it, whatever, just document the witnessing of the fact that I witnessed myself really struggling with this. The trigger was crazy. And again, like I said, I'm not going to go into any kind of details as to exactly what happened. It was just very, very interesting because it was a very stark color contrast to my morning, which had been like very, very positive. And not that this was per se negative. It was so eerie, guys, because my intuition was so spot on that this experience, it was like, okay, wow, like my, you know, clearly I have somebody, someone, something looking out for me and kind of steering my course, because I got a little heads up, and I was able to navigate a situation. It was really interesting to witness, and really, for me, shocking to realize that I am indeed that connected. Because lately I've been sort of questioning, how connected am I exactly? And the answer is unbelievably. I will just end this with this fun tidbit. I've been, like, you guys may know about me, I'm not somebody who watches television, actually. I don't watch TV. I don't watch Netflix, most of that stuff, like, ever. And recently, it's kind of been this game for myself that I've been indulging in, like, 1 or 2 shows. And my game, the reason I say it like that is because what I'll go and I'll see what's going to happen. And, like, I have gotten, guys, it's creepy. I've gotten so good at, like, it's probably not fun for people watching, actually, so I've started to stifle myself doing it when we're watching TV. I've gotten so good at predicting what's going to happen with characters, what literal words are going to be said. It's kind of comical. And I don't know if that just speaks to the quality of TV nowadays, or that I'm just getting very, like, intuitive, but it's very fun. So I played this little game of, like, let's see how many things I can get right about this show tonight. So anyway, so it's crazy. I don't know what to say about today because today was good and awful at the same time. It was literally both, and I feel like I have a hot and cold front clashing inside of me that are just, like, and, like, canceling each other out. I don't know what's going on. Also, can we have just a brief moment of respect for this shirt, which I love? I got this, and I love it because you guys know it's shelter now, so it represents, oh my goodness, so many doggos are on here. Don't ask me to turn around. I'm not gonna do a fashion show. And it's so comfortable. Like, I gotta see what this bad boy is made out of, because she's such a comfortable shirt. And she has a little pocket, because I know you guys can't see it, but there's a little pouch pocket. And I love those because when I'm at the shelter and places like that, it's, like, very much more convenient to just shove something in your pocket. And also, I don't wear any of my necklaces when I go to the shelter because, like, you know, you don't want to be swinging a necklace into a dog's face or something like that. Like, these poor critters, you know, no. So anyway, it's been a weird day, and yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, because I can't say it was a bad day, because it wasn't, and I can't say it was a good day, because it wasn't only. So I don't know what to say about today, but today was today, and it's so close to Thanksgiving that it's just very, very, very interesting timing, all of this for me. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in and for hanging out with me for this long. It really means a lot that you spent your precious time with me. I hope you have a super happy holiday if you happen to celebrate Thanksgiving and all that. And I probably already wished you this. You may even be seeing this after Thanksgiving. Happy holidays in general. And I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Namaste, much love, and thank you for being here. Bye. I think it's safe to say, maybe, I don't know. And if you're welcome, but came up against me, but ow, that hurt. Too much force, Sham.